Hello, beautiful life path number 7. What are you doing? Are you juggling cups? Are you going round and round? Is this making you feel like you're stuck in the mud? Well, come on in, and I'm going to help you put that back into perspective. Hello, beautiful Life Path 7, and welcome back to Life Path number Tarot. As you can see, there's 2 cards already on the table. That's because as I started to record this, my camera decided to do an SD card clean stop. Let's not go there. And you know the funny part is your first card is the 4 of Cups. Exactly that. The card of stalling. The card of wait. The card of, hold-ups. So, yeah, there's never any coincidence with that, my beautiful chariot. So let's take a look at what came out already. The 4 of Cups is your current situation. Your tangle is the Hierophant card. Let's take a look at the rest of the cards that decide to come in. The 9 of Cups is your unraveling. That was your tangle. That's your unraveling. And the 2 of Pentacles is, well, the outcome. Let's see what the oracles have to say. Okay. So the decks I am using is the Mystical Moments Tarot and the Human Spirit Oracle. Okay, and you have two oracle cards that come in. No surprise there. I knew it was going to be interesting. So you have your life path number 43 comes out to 7, and it's written "Spill the tea." And right beside it is 4, what goes around comes around. And it's very interesting. She's got this lady with a merry-go-round on her head. And this one has the cups of tea on her head. 3. And she has 3 inside. And it's so funny because it's the 4 of Cups, right? But you have 3 and 3 and 3. Where's the other one? There's got to be another one in here. Okay, I'm not going to stop and look at that image, but definitely the 4 of Cups, and you have number 4. What goes around comes around for the 4 of Cups, and 43 your life path number, while she is balancing cups on her head. This is all together. Absolutely. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay. Let me get my bearings on this because there's a lot going on. What is this? What does this say? This says, what does this say? Karma Act 2? Is that what it says here? Let me take a light look. Yeah, Karma Act 2. Okay, so this is very interesting. I know, I keep saying that, but oh, oof, there's a lot going on in here. Okay, 7s, let's see. Definitely at a standstill. Okay, something's happening. Your tangle is the Hierophant card. The Hierophant in this card you see is she's being taught by the owl with a book of wisdom. She's sitting there listening. For me, the Hierophant, though, is really about learning. Learning and then doing. Learning from, getting wisdom from learning, from living. So there's something here that you're stuck on, either because you're not getting the input that you need to move forward. The 9 of Cups comes in when you look inside yourself to find what makes you feel blessed in life. Sometimes it's just taking a moment and saying, what do I really want out of this? Because sometimes we spin out of control and there's nothing we can make heads or tails about. And what we have to do is just shift everything back and stop it. What goes around comes around. That's what this is telling me. It's you're going around and around. You see the steam coming out of this? This is your mind going round and round and round and round, and I feel that the 9 of Cups told you, hold it. Stop everything. Sit what's inside of yourself and find out what is it you really need to make you feel happy, to make you feel blessed, fulfilled, content. When you're able to pinpoint what makes you feel blessed in life, you can go further into the direction of those blessings instead of always getting stuck going round and round, balancing all these cups on your head, not really knowing what you're doing. This is what I feel. Spilled the tea here is like, it's telling you too, like, sit down and have a talk with yourself and really spill the tea. Tell me what you really want. Finally, you have the Two of Pentacles here. I like this one. And the Two of Pentacles is saying at the end here, it's time for you to find the balance. She's on top of a building. She's like high on top of a building trying to do this balancing act. Just like this tea. Again, it's this balancing with the teacups on top of the head. But instead of having these 3 cups, she's down to 2. She's just juggling 2 balls. Just keep getting rid of the stuff that is keeping you in the loop of constancy going round and round without getting anywhere. Chariot, sometimes you have sometimes the problem with you guys is that you are getting stuck in the mud before you ever take off. Sevens is all about pondering stuff, but you ponder it so long and so hard that sometimes it just gets in your freaking way. So this is just saying, look, start getting rid of things. Start getting rid of these cups. Stop going round and round in your head. The 9 of Cups is telling you, figure out what makes you happy, what makes you feel blessed. Contemplate what makes you fulfilled, what makes you content, and start from there. Okay? You, nobody else, you. Start from there. Wow, you're spinning me. My camera went for a spin. The reading went for a spin. You need to just stop the spinning. Stop the balancing of the cup. Stop the spinning of the wheel. Stop everything. Okay? Because now you're feeling stuck regardless. You're not getting anywhere fast doing all of this stuff. The wisdom's not coming in. You need to figure out what you're content about, and then you start working from that spot. You start adapting and juggling what you need to, not the excess. Thank you so much for being here. Over here on my other channels and the playlist with all of your life paths here. And I will see you next week. Bye for now.